I be getting to the money. Everybody mad. Think I'm getting too much money. Everybody mad. Same old nigga from the block. Same old nigga with the pot. The same old nigga for the trap. Everybody hated on her, then he bounced right back. I just spent the whole.
Welcome to the Cookie Effect Show, everybody. What's going on, Cookie Crew? I'm your girl, Cookie. It's a very, very special episode. We are 1 year old. It's our anniversary. Cookie Crew, me and you and me. It's 1 year since I started the Cookie Effect podcast, guys, and I am so happy. I am so grateful, and I just wanted to make a video to say how grateful I am to all of you and everybody who had a hand in helping me this year to create the Cookie Effect Show. How do you like my new set? How do you like everything going on? Your girl's growing up, y'all. I'm 1 year old. I'm happy. And I just wanted to share all of that with you. Take a look. How'd you like the new sign? That was a gift from my sons. I have 3 boys, and they bought this for me, and they gifted me it, and I love it. Thank you, boys. I love you guys so, so much. They're my biggest fans, y'all. And I changed everything up, and it's going to be a celebration, guys. We're going to have Q&A. We're going to try to get to know Miss Cookie a little better. You know, a few of you Cookie Crew have been kind enough to send me questions, so I'm going to have fun, reading the questions and giving you answers so you could get to know me, okay? Now, as it's a celebration, if you look down here, I've got me a little beverage, okay? I have, it's not a party without liquor. I have me a mango Ciroc, okay? I have me some mango Ciroc, and I got me a little cupcake. My boys chose that, mama to boys. And I have here a little Ciroc mix with apple Snapple. Okay, so cheers, guys. It's a celebration. All right, guys, so before we get into the mess, let us just please subscribe down below. If you haven't yet subscribed, welcome, have a seat, enjoy yourself, okay? Join the Grown and Sexy Club, all right? And if you've already subscribed, thank you guys so much. Please love and like and share and subscribe to my videos. It would be really, really helpful. I really would appreciate it. Okay, guys? All right, Cookie Crew, let's get into the party mode. Let's get back to the music.
A lot of time overseas. Doubling my money cause you know I won't cheese. I've been in my hometown playing with the keys. When they fell off the boat, yeah, I'm talking about police. I know it's a whole lot of niggas that was hating. I know it's a whole lot of bitches that was taken. So I shut the niggas up, bitches feeling us. I was due that I was sick, so I had to stay patient. Taking over summer, niggas tell me what's the bid.
All right. Let's cut that shenanigan out. All right, guys. Let's get into the show. Guys, it's been an amazing year for me. It's my anniversary today of starting the Cookie Effect podcast, okay? And my journey creating Cookie Effect didn't come as me wanting to take it seriously, or me trying to pursue a career or a dream or something, okay? It wasn't that. So basically, Cookie Effect podcast came about. I had relocated my family, my kids, my family. We relocated to the United States, okay, last year. And basically, I was just out of my comfort zone. I'd left my friends and family, and it was really, really hard to adapt when we first got here. And so I started getting depressed. I started really feeling missing home and missing my support system, missing my friends and my family. And it started taking a toll on me because I had to worry about the kids, get them settled into American living, get them settled into school. I had to learn, guys, how to drive on a different side of the road. I have anxiety, and that was my biggest fear, getting out here and driving. And if you're in the States, if you don't drive, you're gonna be stuck at home. So pretty much I had to really man up and woman up and get out there and push myself. So as I was feeling down in the dumps and didn't feel motivated, my relationship was affected, and everything just seemed like it was going wrong. Okay, so I decided, what, maybe I should just start a podcast, and just a way of speaking of my experience, and it would make me feel like I was communicating with my friends and families, because I knew that they would be watching. So it felt like I was talking through the podcast to them. And guys, that was the start of the Cookie Effect podcast, Joe. And I started doing it daily. I was so raw in the in the beginning. I was so raw, but I just kept going. Didn't know what I was doing. I was recording on my on my Samsung phone, which wasn't the greatest. And thank God, shout out to Anchor, who gives people opportunities to start up a podcast. They make it real simple, real easy. Anyone can do it. So I just pretty much hopped on that bandwagon, and I decided to go for it. And that's how Cookie Effect was created. So daily, as I kept going, I started learning, I started pushing myself, and I started realizing that I really like this, and I really want to do this. And so I met a lot of obstacles at the beginning, and I had to learn really quickly how to resolve certain issues, and how to kind of promote myself and get myself out there. So it was a long learning curve. So that's how I started the Cookie Effect podcast. Okay, it was a way of kind of therapy for me. And then in January this year, 2019, so in September, I started in July, today, right? And so in September, I got deflated again. My depression kicked in, and it was worse. I was super depressed. I was crying every day. I was upset. I was missing home. I was so just broken. I had made no friends or nothing. Need to have a drink. I had made no friends or anything like that. So, I decided I can't do this podcast. I can't keep coming on here and pretending to be happy, positive, when I wasn't feeling positive. I wasn't feeling happy. So I just felt like, what? I'm not doing this right now. So I took a break from the podcast because I wasn't feeling motivated and I wasn't feeling good enough. And so fast forward January 2019, I decided to push myself even further. I said to myself, Cookie, you need to step up. You need to not let depression eat you up. You need to pursue your dreams, and you need to fight for yourself. You need to fight for your worth. You need to get out there, and you need to follow your heart. And so I made some changes in my private life. And in December, I turned 40 something years old. And I just decided, I looked at myself and I said, you know what, Cooks, we are gonna do the podcast. We're gonna take Cookie Effect seriously. You're gonna make something of Cookie Effect, and you're gonna put in the hard work, and you're gonna graft, because you are capable. You can do it. You don't need nobody to do this. Fight for your happiness. Fight for yourself. That's what I told myself. And then I said to myself, you know what? Because I was feeling not motivated, I said to myself, you know what? If I can remain consistent with putting out episodes and recording 3 days a week, only 3 days, Cooks, only 3 days. If I can do that 3 days a week, then I can definitely start building my motivation to continue the podcast and get out of my funk. And I tell you what, that was so hard. I didn't care about the content. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't care about content. I didn't care about, anything. I just cared about being able to record 3 days a week, keeping to my word, being consistent, and building up from there. And so that continued, and I was determined, and I stuck to it. And I tell you what, guys, everything changed for me when I stuck to it. Everything changed for me when I started being consistent, when I started believing in myself, and when I started accepting that I was worth it. So that really was the start of the Cookie Effect podcast. And guys, that's why I'm so happy. I have a long road to go. Don't get it twisted. It's a long way to go because I've just started. But you know what? We as people, we need to really start appreciating and patting ourselves on the back when we've made achievements, when we've come through, when we've pushed through hard things in our lives and we achieve, no matter how little. Celebrate that. Be proud of that. Tap yourself on the back and scream. Because guess what? It was hard work. It took work, but you did it. You did it. So yes, don't wait till you have made it to celebrate your hard work. No. Celebrate as you go along because that gives you the motivation to continue. Okay? That's why, besides, I'm so dramatic. Yeah, I'm so dramatic. So, I'm like, 1 year, woo, woo, woo. But yeah, that's me. I have a big personality. So, but celebrate. If you're a depressed person and one day you get up and you don't feel depressed and you manage to get outside or do the grocery shopping or take a walk around your neighborhood or speak to someone you've never spoken to before, if you've done something out of your comfort zone, celebrate that. Okay? Celebrate that because it feels good. It will help motivate you to keep going. Okay? Treat it like it's something because it is something. You worked hard. You worked hard. So guys, what I'm saying to you is, Cookie Effect podcast changed my life. Changed my life. So yeah, guys, that's the little story, brief story on the Cookie Effect podcast, how I started, etc. Okay, now the next part of how the Cookie Effect podcast has got to where we are now. Besides me working on myself and pushing through, I couldn't have done it without certain people in my life. I couldn't have done it without you, and I couldn't have done it without certain people in my life. So I want to use this opportunity right now to thank all my family and friends that show me support, you subscribers, all 91 of you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. So please share my videos. Tell people about my videos. Subscribe down below. I'm trying, if you want to wish me a happy anniversary or you want to wish me well, show your support by subscribing down below. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers, Cookie Crew. That's not even hard. We're on 91. Come on, show me you love me, please. But anyway, I couldn't have done it without certain people in my life. So I want to go ahead and, tell you, give my appreciation to those who really got me where I am. So first of all, I just want to say the Cookie Effect podcast has been going on for a year. It's our anniversary today. I have done 80 episodes. Okay? I have recorded 80 episodes, and the Cookie Effect podcast has been picked up by 10 platforms. Okay, so you can listen to my podcast on 10 platforms: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Stichers, Breakers, Anchor, iTunes, Apple, and Radio Public. Okay, these are great platforms, and I cannot believe, let alone me, You can find me on any one of these platforms, which is a big deal to me anyway, you know? And so, yeah, and also I have had 6.1K plays. So 6.1 thousand people have pretty much listened to our podcast, my podcast, Cookie Effect Podcast. And you know what, guys? Those are my accomplishments this far, and it's been amazing. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for always tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting me. I really appreciate you guys. Let's drink to that. Cheers. This is going to be a slightly long video, so it's a celebration, so bear with me. All right, guys, so, you know, all right, guys. Now, I would like to say thank you to my biggest supporters, the people that I do this for, the people that push me and motivate me and tell me every day that I'm doing amazing. The three people that love me through everything. My sons, Dante, DeAndre, and Makai. They're my biggest supporters. I couldn't have done this without my sons. They help me through everything. They're my biggest motivation, you know. And my oldest, you know, he's helped me with the podcast. He's helped me with my edits. He's helped me with a lot of things. You know, encouraging me, giving me advice. He's 16. And I just want to thank Dante so much for all he does for me. I love you, son, and I really appreciate your hard work. And, you know, I love you. I want to thank DeAndre for always telling me I'm beautiful. I want to thank DeAndre for always listening to my podcast and giving me great ideas. The drinks and cupcakes were his idea, you know, so thank you, my boys. I want to thank little Makai. He's 4, and he always tells me I'm beautiful. So thank you, guys. I couldn't have done this also without my best friend, Tanya. Tanya is my best friend of over 20 years. We've been knowing each other for about almost 25 years, and before we had kids and everything. And Tanya is my biggest support. She came up with the name Cookie Effect. When I was trying to figure out a name, Tanya was the one that just said, why don't you call yourself Cookie Effect? I know some of you are wondering, what's the meaning of Cookie Effect? All right, well, Cookie Effect, Tanya came up with this, my best friend. She said, Cookie Effect means, you know, it's a vibe that I bring to the table. She says, being my friend and seeing how I am and being around me, she says, I have this vibe that, you know, she can only describe it as a vibe, an energy that I bring to the table. You know, the party starter, you know what I'm saying? The life and soul of the party, you know, the girl, the hostess with the mostest, you know, that girl, you know? And so she says, Cookie, your Cookie Effect, you know? So Cookie Effect is a thing. It can be bought. It's a vibe, and only I can be Cookie Effect. I mean, come on. Only I can rock that Cookie Effect thing. So anyway, Tanya, I just want to say thank you so much. She stays up with me when I'm coming up with content. I go over it with her. She's so patient with me. She gives me great advice. She pushes me and she encourages me, and she does my admin for me, and she just helps me out. So I couldn't have done this without her. Please, guys, learn to appreciate your friends. Treat your friends very well. Be kind to your friends. Be generous with your friends. Care about your friends. I couldn't have done anything without my friends. My family and my friends. Friends are important in our lives. Don't abuse your friendships and don't waste your friendships. Okay? Be there for your friends in a healthy, good way, because you never know. You never know what your friend could do for you in your life, or what you could do for them also. So be nice to your friends. I couldn't have done this. I am nothing without my loved ones, my friends. I'm nothing without you guys. So, you know, Tanya, thank you so much. Thank you so much, girl. I'm getting emotional. I'm a Capricorn. I might cry in a minute. All right, so the next group of people I want to thank is Lorraine and Tigo Cladwell. They are a married couple. They're friends of ours. They're family friends. And let me tell you a story. Guys, you know, I told you guys I was recording Cookie Effect podcast with just my phone, my broken Samsung phone, and one day I got a phone call from Lorraine Antigo, and I was informed that they would like to gift me and invest in the Cookie Effect podcast out of the goodness of their hearts. They saw that I couldn't do it for myself, and they saw that I was so motivated, and they saw that I was depressed as well. And they were so worried about me that they wanted to encourage me. And as friends, they wanted to let me see my worth and let me see my potential. I'm getting emotional. And they just offered to buy me my whole podcasting equipment, guys. They spent a lot of money to get me my whole podcasting equipment, and it changed my life. They bought me the mic. They got me just everything I need. And it changed my life, guys. I went from recording in my closet to recording. Now I have a set. A full working set. And it's amazing to me. And now I'm on YouTube with you watching me. It's crazy to me. So I just want to thank them so much. Friends, you don't expect something like that from people that are not family, and for them to love me that much and go out their way to know what I needed and just say, hey, look, this is for you. Yo, it changed my perception of friendship. It changed my perception of my podcast. Once I got my equipment, guys, that was it. I felt like, you know what, Cooks? You better get it. You know what, Cooks? It's time. I felt professional. I felt like I was actually a podcaster, and I felt like I was motivated. It gave me a kick up my backside, because if these people can love you enough and believe in you enough to invest in you, in your talent, damn it, Cookie, you have to get out there and you have to do what you got to do, period. You be letting yourself down. You be letting them down, and you be letting your kids down. Girl, the one thing Mr. Tigo said to me was, because I was struggling with accepting the gift, and the one thing he said to me was, Cookie, do not block your blessings. Do not block your blessings, baby girl. And so I didn't block my blessings. I accepted their gifts, and everything started rolling in the right direction after that. And here we are. So guys, that's just a brief story of, what the Tigos mean to me. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Also, I want to thank my sisters in the UK, Jennifer and Sandra, who are my biggest supporters. They support me. They make me feel encouraged. They are there. They're always just like giving me topic ideas and motivating me and just loving on me while I'm miles and miles away. So thank you, sis. And thank you, Patrick. And thank you, Sandra, for loving me and supporting me and telling me you are proud of me, because that does make me feel good about myself, and it does make me feel good as your big sister. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys. All right, guys. And the next people I would like to talk about and give a shout out to, I couldn't have done this besides myself, besides my family. There was another group of people who actually helped me in terms of the podcast, who actually helped me, teach me certain things about the podcast, who actually, would advise me on technical stuff. So basically, the first person I'd like to thank is King Kerr, from the Black History Buff podcast. This guy is a genius. He is he is a podcaster. He does Black History podcast. Go check him out. His podcast is very informative, and he puts in a lot of hard work to bring you decent, honest, real Black history content. Okay, so go check him out. This guy saw me online, and he took a shine to the Cookie Effect podcast. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. In terms of a podcaster, he'd been doing it longer. And so he reached out to me, and to this day, he's always been there, sending me emails, motivating me. In fact, he's the reason why I'm on YouTube. So thank you, Kerr. I appreciate you so much, because I've never met this guy, but he's so helpful. If I had any questions about podcasting or anything, I can go to him and he would just help me. And never met me before. Isn't that crazy? It's good to be kind, people. It's good for us to help each other out. It's good for us to just be giving and loving and just encouraging and motivating. You never know who you can motivate to change their lives. So it's a beautiful thing. So thank you, Kerr, for everything. I want to shout out DJ Wiz. Thank you, DJ Wiz. DJ in New York. He is on WDKX radio 103.9 FM in New York City. DJ Wiz has always been a great inspiration for me, a great motivator. He gives me hints and tips, because I really want to be a radio presenter or host, or just a radio host, or something like that. I just want to be a host, a presenter, a journalist. And so he always gives me professional advice and everything when it comes to radio, so I appreciate you. He also allowed me give him some drops for his radio station. So you guys go check out DJ Wiz on WDKX. If you're over there in New York, it's 103.9 FM dial. Okay, next person I want to give a shout out to and say thank you is to Teo. Teo is the founder of the Summer Madness UK program. It's a huge event to encourage, empower communities to work together and help each other and build. Okay, it's geared towards communities, young people, and Teo is a great inspiration. What he does for his community, putting up events. He's involved in the sports world, basketball to be exact, and he has changed a lot of kids' lives. He's a mentor, he coaches, a lot of young people look up to him, and they get Cookie Effect an opportunity to promote their event and work alongside them. And that for me is a huge deal, because I really want to help my community. I really want to help kids. I really want to get involved. So him just I think I'm still small time. And for him to look at me and see something in me and say, you know what? I think you can, we would like to work with the Cookie Effect podcast and work hand in hand and promote each other and grow. And I was like so honored. Thank you, Teo, for thinking about me. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. And I'm so grateful for everything. Thank you for the advice. Thank you just for picking me. Thank you. All right. Now, if you're in the UK, Summer Madness UK will be taking place July 27th, right? Next weekend, next Saturday, July 27th, over there in Brighton Beach, Summer Madness UK. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook to get all the information, okay? All right. I also want to thank all the artists that I've worked with, all the interviews that I've done. Sin City, shout out to my boy Sin City, an artist, a rapper over there in New York. This guy has been so amazing to the Cookie Effect podcast. He was my very first interview. He gave me a shot. He's currently got an album called Fame out now on all streaming websites, platforms. Go and check out his music. It's Sin City, SINCI 3 Ys. Okay, go check him out. Shout out to you, Sin City. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for believing in me and giving me that chance to interview you. I had a good time with you. All right. May I shout out May 7, another artist who I look up to, and she has inspired me along the way, and I've learned a lot from her. And I would just like to say, May 7, I'm your biggest fan. You've always inspired me, and I thank you for being an amazing woman, an amazing businesswoman, and always willing to teach, give advice, and help people out. So thank you for all the lessons you've taught me along the way, and I hope that I'm making you proud. I would also like to thank Mr. Ken Bray. Shout out to him. He's an artist. He has a single out called The Dirty Grandpa. I interviewed him. We had a good time. Check out all these interviews on the Cookie Effect podcast, guys. I had a really good time. All right, guys. Those are a few of the people that I wanted to shout out. Just to let you guys know, I couldn't have done this Cookie Effect podcast without all these people in my life. And the message today is, do not think you are not worth it. Do not give up on yourself. Pursue your dreams no matter what age you are. I used to think that it was too late for me. I'm in my 40s. It's too late for me to pursue my dreams. Look at these youngsters. I can't keep up. No, we can. You can. You can. And so appreciate the people you have around you. If you have talented people around you, if you have people who are working hard to make something of themselves, encourage them. Be there for them, support them, actively support people, your friends, your family members who give up their hard-earned time and money to create things for your enjoyment. You know, buy their products, watch their videos, share their videos, go to their events. I don't know, put some money towards their back their stuff, buy their clothing brand. Just help out in any way you can, because you never know who might be able to help you when you need help. You might not know how somebody else, you helping someone, you never know, they could make it and change your life and remember what you did for them. Or you could change someone's life forever in a good way, and they will always remember you. What a blessing that is. What a joy. You know, so let's all start giving, helping, and just encouraging each other, because I couldn't have been here. I couldn't have done it without all these people I mentioned and without you, my subscribers, because I could do all this stuff, make the videos. If y'all ain't watching, then what's the point, eh? What's the point? Nobody, it wouldn't be worth it. So you guys, Cookie Crew, are very important to me. I love you guys. So before we end this segment, Cookie Crew, I would like to take a shot with you, because I'm hard. I'd like to shot and eat cake, because it's not a celebration unless we have cake and liquor. So thank you guys for watching the Cookie Effect podcast. Subscribe down below, please, if you enjoyed yourself. Click the notification bell to be notified anytime I post a video. And also, don't forget to share this video with your friends, your family, and your loved ones. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Cookie Effect podcast. You have given me a new lease of life. You have given me my mojo back, and I'm thankful. I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to put smiles on your faces, and I'm going to continue to be the best me I can be. Okay? So, cake and cheers. All right, guys. So, before we leave, I'm gonna take a shot from the bottle because I'm hard. Okay, I'm hard. Yeah, right. I couldn't find a shot glass. I couldn't find a shot glass, so you know what we're gonna do? Let's put some music on, and then we are going to celebrate. Okay? We are gonna celebrate. So, bear with me. Relax. Come in. Cheers, Cookie Crew. Let's go. I'll drink to that. Yeah, yeah. On that note, I'm your girl, Cookie, Miss Capricorn, Miss Tell It Like It Is, Cookie Crew. Peace.